Hey, good morning team. Wyatt here with OVM. So today we've got a 1999 CBR 954RR that customer's complaint is it just died. It's cruising along, died. He's parked in this parking lot at a hotel and I'm gonna do some troubleshooting. Obviously electrical troubleshooting, and we'll go from there. The bike is chilling out over there. I'm actually going to bring it over here into this spot and set up all my tools and get to work as efficiently and quickly as I can to get out of here and get the customer back on the road. Alright, welcome back everyone. So this bike is actually not a 954. It is a Frankenstein. It's got a VFR swing arm, 954 plastics, 900 engine, 600 gauge cluster with a Yamaha R1 exhaust and partial plastics in the back. I went over this with the customer. I was looking at it, I'm like, this just does not look right. So when we have combinations like this, all the manuals I downloaded, everything I have put together is pretty much out the window. Right out the window. Now I have to go by just what I know, man. I have to go by figuring out electronics, and basically what he explained to me is that it just died, complete death. So I'm going to check the main fuse. More than likely it's going to be right under the seat. If everything is, the battery's under here, so the relay with the main fuse should be right underneath the seat. So the second question then is, if that fuse is blown, what caused it? I can tell you, there's a whole bunch of mess of wires all over the place, and his mechanic that helped him do this said that this was going to be an issue for him. So we'll have a look at everything and see what we come up with. Alright, we're going to start by pulling off the seat, and to do that is going to be 5mm bolts right here, one right here, one on the other side. That's already a little bit loose. I have a feeling that a lot of things might be loose on this bike. You put these custom things together, you really got to pay attention to a lot. This one's loose too. All loose. Got the seat off. Let's go down here. Just have a look. So first thing I was thinking, the battery terminals might be loose. They're not. I don't know what's going on here. You got the relay. Oh man, I don't know what some of this stuff is. Yeah, they got this CDI box sitting right on top of the... Again, this is custom, so it's got it sitting right on top of the regulator rectifier. And as you can see, the heat is starting to melt into the box a little bit. Man, this thing is straight up custom nightmare for me. Now I gotta get down into this here. I can see the main fuse, I just can't get this thing up. Put this bolt in here, I'm guessing it's to hold the tank down. And there's another set of 5mm here. Tape this all together. There we go. Gotcha, sucker. I just gotta pull the... Oh man, didn't even... That's right. They... Okay, so this is all custom put in here. How it's got put in here. It's just like I thought. The main fuse is blown, but the issue is not that this is blown. Right? You might think that. Obviously it's causing the problem. The issue is what made this blow. That's what the issue is. And it's all of a sudden, out of nowhere, blow. Okay? So either the problem is still there, okay, or it's something's rattling as he's cruising. He said he was doing like 75, 80, you know, cruising along the freeway. So who knows, you hit a bump and then the wire touches. There's so many possibilities because of how the regulator rectifier is plugged in, the ignition switch is plugged in, there's not a clip, it's all just pushed in there. So now I have to look closer. I could replace this all day. This does not ultimately solve the problem. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at some of the wiring to see if it's rubbing, touching out this metal piece going across here. That's just kind of questionable. That's the word I would use, questionable. Yeah, that's the word I'll use right now. Out of curiosity, I did plug in a new fuse and immediately popped. Immediately. So definitely something touching somewhere that it should not be touching. Now it's my job to figure out what. Well, that was a good idea. Except, I don't know what the heck this is kind of some of the stuff you run into. Let me show you. It's, I want to pull the tank up. And look, they've got like this strange vacuum petcock zip tie thing going on. Not helpful for me at all when trying to find a massive power problem. Guess I gotta do this a different way. No biggie, we'll figure it out. Go and get some of this stuff out of the way here. Red white down here should go to the regulator rectifier. Sweet. So the regulator rectifier disconnected because this red white wire is supposed to go directly to the regulator rectifier. All things considered. And this ignition wire should go up to the main electronics. Yep. So I've got a problem with the red white wire which goes down to, which is going to the regulator rectifier. Okay. Now I have to determine where the ground is happening for the red and white wire. And maybe just look at this thing. It's I don't know if you can see in here. Let me get my flashlight. Totally custom hookup for the regulator rectifier. So I gotta the end is right here. The end is coming. First one reference. There we go. I think I have a feeling the rectifier is hooked up wrong. I have a strong feeling it's hooked up wrong. If it is hooked up wrong, they labeled some stuff. Right, left. That's nice. You have all black, right? I'm pretty sure. So there's 3 prongs on the bottom. So I'm pretty sure the 3 prongs on the bottom, hey, wiring diagram, are supposed to go to the stator. And you can actually see some blackening here of these wires. So I hope he didn't fry the friggin' stator. But more than likely fried the regulator rectifier, if I had to guess. Which is now grounded out on the inside. I'm just talking my way through this. Grounded out on the inside, causing that ground to occur on this main wire going to it. Just again, let me go look up some pictures of these regulator rectifiers, see how it plugs in. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. So I called the customer. In fact, on this Honda, this is a Yamaha regulator rectifier that's installed. So again, I'm trying to determine, and I'm 99% sure it was hooked up wrong. What I'm have to figure out right now is, so this is the 3 wires. I don't know if you can see them. Okay, let me move the camera here. All right, this is the 3 wires, these yellow ones, that are coming off of the stator. And then I have to cut, I'm gonna have to cut, I didn't want to, but I'm gonna have to figure out how they splice this all together and go from there to see what they did. Again, you can see this burnt, I don't know if you can see or not. There's these, 2 of them are really burnt black and 1 is not. I'm hoping the stator is still alive. I'm hoping. And then I'll have to hook it up the way I feel is correct and see if the fuse still blows, if it still has a huge contact to ground. If it does, then he's going to need a new regulator rectifier, preferably the Honda one, right? But if he wants to put this Yamaha back into this Frankenstein, that's on him. Apparently if you get a Yamaha tail end, you keep everything. But I don't think the regulator rectifier is in the tail end on a Yamaha. Again, you want to have this to where it's going to have some ability to get air across it. It's somehow, usually, because converting AC to DC creates heat. Okay, so now we're getting into the meat and potatoes here. Yeah, it's backwards. Ground's on the left, power's on the right. So it was reversed. Not a fan of this whole thing. See if she blows the fuse, because it's going to blow it right now, I think, if I plug it in. Oh no, it won't. Disconnected the ground. I disconnected the ground. Yep. For sure this regulator's fried. Hey, welcome back everyone. So, customer's gonna need a new regulator rectifier. I just wanted to go ahead and run a test of the stator, static test. So what I'm doing, first of all, I'm going to put my multimeter on to ohms, right? So there should be, right now I have the negative connection, this will be to the negative cable on the battery, which obviously goes to ground of the bike. Stop falling off. Good to go. So now if I touch a ground, I should have a connection to ground. Okay. Now the 3 yellow wires for the stator. Okay, if I can get this so you can see it. 3 yellow wires for the stator. You do not want touching ground. So if they touch ground, that one doesn't. Good. How about this one? Nope, good. And this one. Nope, good. And I'll show you a picture of the wiring diagram. So that's great. That's great news. Now they should have connection to each other. So we'll start by we'll just label this one 1. So 1 to 2. 1 to 2, they have connection. 1 to 3, connection. Okay. 2 to 3, connection. Good. So the stator, for static purposes, is good. It's all connected on the inside. The sun kind of messes. Hey everyone, Wyatt back in. So we got that Honda Yamaha Frankenstein, I don't know what you want to call it, back up, and it started. It doesn't have any fuel in the tank, so it started on just the fuel that was in the carburetor. And customer is aware of what he needs to order. I went over a few things with him. He is ordering the regulator rectifier. He's gonna go with the Yamaha one again. I don't know, it's on him. So he'll install it himself, he said. I showed him, you know, how the wires are supposed to be and where everything goes, and should be straightforward for him. And we'll go from there. Next time he wants to bring the bike over and have me rewire the front. He's got that 600 gauge cluster, but he wants to actually go with the 900 gauge cluster and put it all back to closer to where it should be, as opposed to kind of what he's got now. But it looks pretty cool with the single swing arm from the VFR on there. I can't deny that. The Yamaha pipe on the back, the R1, yeah, it's alright. I mean, I'm glad it doesn't have the tank. The R1 tank, oh man, I hated it. It always just sat with me really weird. I really didn't like it at all. So I definitely like the Honda tank and the ride much better. Alright, we're out of here for now. Customer's happy, bike starts, and hopefully we'll get some more business. Alright, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Alright, bye!